Welcome to FEA World Grand Prix Odessa! Здравствуйте, Odessa! Добрый вечер, Ukraine. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to FEA World Grand Prix here in the beautiful capital of Ukraine, Odessa. The most anticipated event of the evening are the Grand Prix Pyramid in the up to 71 kilogram and obviously the battle for the FEA heavyweight interim title and belt. However, tonight we're going to witness many other electrifying matches with fighters from all around the world. FEA World Grand Prix Odessa. Fortune favors the brave. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present you the heroes of this evening. From Moldova, Marin Vetrila. From Ukraine, Ivan Zalo. From Turkey, Funda Alkayis. From Ukraine, Ruslana Vinyavska. From Belarus, Oleg Liktorovich. From Ukraine, Zakhar Pavelko. From Turkey, Cengiz Lale. From Ukraine, Vladislav Melnik. From Portugal, Yao Chapas Silva. From Croatia, Mladen Kuzumcik. From Colombia, David Maeda. From Norway, Simon Santana. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate Ukraine on its 28 years anniversary and Independence Day. Stand up for the national anthem of Ukraine. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now I would like to invite the sportsmen to get ready for the fight and wish them good luck or Godspeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to start this event, I would like to present the judges of this evening. Judges and referee of the competitions are Grosu Andrei, Suhan Yulian, Ekim Oleg, Sevchenko Vladimir, Kogan Natalia, Grosu Artur, Supervisor Mitake Mihail. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to weigh the sportsmen to get ready for the fight, introducing the first fight of the evening. This will be a super fight on the 65 kilogram, 3-minute, 3-round, extra round, K1 rules. Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, he's coming from Moldova. Please welcome to Marin Vetrila.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FIA Kickboxing. My name is Daniel Austin here at ringside for this historic event. It is the very first time that FIA Kickboxing has ventured outside of the comfort of their home country of Moldova, and they make the short drive to Odessa, Ukraine for this monumental event here. Hashtag keep grinding. It is the FIA World Grand Prix in Odessa. Kicking things off here on the main card, a featherweight contest between Marin Vetrila of Moldova and Ivan Jalo of Ukraine. Two youngsters, and the thing that really stands out to me is the experience differential between these two. Vetrila, just 3 professional fights, and Jalo with 12. So we'll have to see if that makes a big difference in this one, or if it's all gonna come down to who wants it more.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call his opponent to the white corner. He's coming from Ukraine. Please give it up for Ivan Zalo.
Jalo is the more experienced fighter, 12 fights under his belt from the capital of Ukraine, Kiev, where he has developed quite the martial arts background. He's very well versed, as I understand, not only in kickboxing, but also in karate and wushu. Will that somehow influence his offensive style or not against a man like Vetrila, who, as I understand, has a very strong boxing pedigree?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner, age 19, weighing 65 kilogram, height 1.78 meters, having a personal record of 3 fights, 2 wins, 1 losses. He's fighting for Lions Team Moldova. Ladies and gentlemen, bring the noise for Marin Vetrila. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the red corner, age 22, weighing 65 kilogram, height 1.75 meters, having a personal record of 12 fights, 10 wins, and 2 losses. He's fighting for Ataman. Ladies and gentlemen, from Ukraine, give it up for Ivan Zalo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a super fight on the 65 kilogram, 3-minute, 3-round, extra 1 round, K1 rules. Referee in the ring, Suhan Yulian.
Longtime FIA referee, Yulian Suhan, set to officiate this one. In the featherweight division, very competitive division here in FIA. Later on in the main event of the first part of the FIA World Grand Prix, we're going to see Simon Santana taking on David Maeda. Oh my!
3, 4,
shaking it off, telling the referee that he's good to go.
Fight.
And he very well may be, but that doesn't change the fact that he just got flattened right on his back there. The opening seconds there from Marin Vetrila. Look at the kind of shape that Marin Vetrila is in. He is just chiseled out of granite. Both these guys look in fantastic condition. Ripped, chiseled, and jacked in there. Simultaneous strikes exchange now. Nice shot. Look how he's picking his shots. He's going mixing it up, going upstairs, downstairs, all over the place. And you can see Jalal of Ukraine in the blue trunks always giving that look like, it's not really bothering me so much. But usually that's a very clear sign that it is bothering him and that he has something that's really making a mess of him in the ring. He is not able to get a whole lot done right now. It looks like, well, you can see him backtracking there, circling out to his left, unleashes a nice kick there. But right now, this is, well, I was about to say it's all Marin Vetrila. We should call this kid the Thrilla Vetrila. Nice low hook to the body there, right on the navel area. Connected very solidly.
Break.
Right hand's connected. Look at the face now of Ilan Jalo. Turning red as a beet. Both men stepped in. Oh, what a left hook, just blasted him.
Fight.
Oh, down he goes for the second time now in round number 1. And this time, he is not shaking his head that he's fine. He is not fine. There is blood gushing now under the left eye of Jalal. A cut has opened up nice and wide under the left eye. And Vetrila trying to put this kid away. That's it. Referee steps in, and this one is history. Good Lord. Go back and take a look, folks, at the replay of round number 1 that came to a premature conclusion. 3 knockdowns in that opening round put away Ivan Jalo, who, as I mentioned earlier, has a severe experience advantage over Vetrila. As I mentioned also in the beginning, that's not always the case.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is by a technical knockout for the Moldavian team. Make bring the noise for Marin Vetrila!
The Thrilla, Marin Vetrila, gets the job done in our opening contest of the FIA World Grand Prix in Odessa, Ukraine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fighter will be rewarded by FIA girls. Gentlemen, don't forget the photo.
FIA girls have made the trip as well, and we will be back with a women's contest. Stay with us.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the next fight of the evening, this will be a woman super fight under 53 kilogram at 3-minute 3-round extra 1-round K1 rules. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the blue corner. She's coming from Turkey. Bring the noise for Funda Alkayesh.
The lone women's contest on the card this evening. And man, I'm really looking forward to this one. This should be an incredible fight. Funda Alkayesh of Turkey, 35-6 for the 31-year-old. That's an amazing record for a female kickboxer to have. Represents the Alkayesh gym, where she trains with her husband, Ali Alkayesh, a massive superstar in her home country of Turkey, having been on the Survivor reality show, television commercials, professional fights, everything you can think of.
And now, I would like to call her opponent to the ring. She's coming from Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, bring the noise for Ruslana Vinyavska.
Vinyavska we've seen before here in FIA and in KOK. She's very tough, very, very tough. What I've seen of her, sometimes it takes her a while to get warmed up in there, from what I've seen. I don't know if she can afford to do that against Alkayesh. Alkayesh can be very aggressive at times. Likes to take the fight right to her opponent. But both these ladies do have something in common. They both lost their last time inside of a FIA ring, so a win is desperately needed on both sides.
Age 31, weighing 53 kilogram, height 1.63 meters, having a personal record of 41 fights, 35 wins, and 6 losses. She's fighting for Team Alkayesh Gym. Ladies and gentlemen, from Turkey, bring the noise for Funda Alkayesh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the red corner, age 22, weighing 53 kilogram, height 1.66 meters, having a personal record of 15 fights, 9 wins, 1 draw, and 5 losses. She's fighting for Team Diamond Muay Thai Gym. Bring it on from Ukraine to Ruslana Vinyavska. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a woman super fight under 53 kilogram, 3-minute 3 rounds, extra 1 round K1 rules. Referee in the ring, Kogan Natalia.
Good luck.
Did you see the intensity on the face of Funda Alkayesh as she sprints out to center ring now, ready to meet her opponent? And as I said, she can be very aggressive when she wants to be, and she's getting right up in the grill of Vinyavska's right away. Vinyavska eats a shot there. She's participated here in FIA, where she was in the ring with Esma Hassas. It was a losing attempt for her. And Alkayesh was in the ring here not too long ago, back in March of this year, of 2019. That was at 48 kilos, though. I think she looks much better here at 53. I don't think 48 is the weight category for her. She looks stronger here. She looks healthier here. She looks in much better physical condition, and a good right hand connects to the face of the Ukrainian. I know that Vinyavska has a great Muay Thai pedigree, but she is really getting pegged the face right now, taking a tremendous amount of very powerful shots from the Turk. Maybe that's why she's such a slow starter, is because she has that Muay Thai background. A lot of times they will fight 5 rounds, and so you got to pace yourself. But here, under FIA kickboxing rules, the traditional K1 kind of rules, you don't have any time to take a round off. You better get right to business, especially when you got somebody coming after you as experienced as Al-Kaish. You can already see some reddening happening near the nose area, between the eye and the nose on the left side of the face of Vinyavska. Look at how calculating now Al-Kaish is. It looked like she really wanted to turn up the volume in the beginning of the round, but now she's just very methodically watching her opponent and looking for openings. But when she does find one, boy, does she pull the cord. Push kick lands there. I think it's time that Vinyavska gets busy in there. She better start giving it as good as she's getting it. Oh, wow, what a nice left hand that time. Snapped the head right back. Very, very solid opening round there for Funda Al-Kaish. Let's go back and take another look here at round number 1. I thought this might happen. Vinyavska traditionally is a slow starter. She's got a Thai style to her. But Al-Kaish was able to exploit that. She got right up in her face and was like, hey, you want to fight? Let's do this. And Vinyavska's like, nah, I'm just going to hang around here, get a good look at what's going on, develop a strategy, and you can see that was not the correct thing to do. Look at her face. And you can't see it from that camera angle, but there is a heck of a welt on the inside of her left thigh where Al-Kaish just tattooed her with a low kick.
Fight.
Round 2.
Touch of gloves, and we are set for round 2 here between these two. And you can see that Vinyavska certainly has a more sense of intensity here coming out in round 2. She is the taller, lankier, longer kind of a fighter, but so far she has not really been able to use that to her advantage. You can see the way Al-Kaish is able to react to those kicks. She gets out of town before there's any chance of being hit. Right now, there is a champion here. Her name is Nadezhda Kantir. She is the KOK champion at 52 kilos, but since winning that title and defending it, most of her fights now are coming at 48 kilos. So it'll be interesting to see if she is still even going to be recognized as the 52 kilogram women's champion in King of Kings, and if she'll be defending that belt in the future. Both of these ladies certainly top contenders, have proven their worth here in FIA. But as I said, Kantir down at 48, and who knows what her future holds. But certainly there's always at least one, sometimes two, very strong female fights on the card here in FIA. Good combination, as this is a different kind of a round. You can see Vinyavska moving forward in round number 1. That was not the case, or in round 2. That was not the case in round 1. I don't know if that's really worked out in her favor, though. Like I said, though, she is like pushing a snowball down a snowy slope. It gathers momentum very slowly in the beginning, and then as it keeps rolling, it gets bigger and bigger and gathering more and more momentum. That's Vinyavska. There are already 40 seconds, though, left in round number 2. So if she's going to start picking up steam, she needs to do it now. Inside 30 here. I think that Al-Kaish is feeling way too comfortable in there. Ten-second hammer goes down here in round number 2. You can see that Al-Kaish not keeping that same kind of a game plan, that feverish pace that we saw in round number 1, making adjustments to the more aggressive Ruslana Vinyavska. As these fans here at ringside look on, almost a confused look on their face there. They're daydreaming or something. I hope you're not sleeping at home. Wake up if you're watching this, folks. There is still 1 round left to go. And I think we have yet to still see the very best of Ruslana Vinyavska. And I think we're going to see it here in round number 3. Look at that face. That is the face of a warrior. That is the face of somebody who has no idea they're on television.
Second sound. Second sound. Fight.
Round 3, final round.
Here we go, folks. 3rd and final round here. This one should settle it. I think that Vinyavska maybe's got a little bit of work to do as far as the scorecards are concerned. You can see there, look at Al-Kaish. She is really, she's getting off first, and she's getting off stronger, and her output is a lot more as well.
Break. Fight.
Al-Kaish, a lot more well-traveled of a fighter. She's fought not only here in FIA, but also in Glory, where she's had a couple of fights. She's fought around Europe. Vinyavska has fought, but doesn't have near the kind of experience. She doesn't have the same kind of experience, and she doesn't have the same amount of experience as Al-Kaish. But how long does a female fighter's career last? Usually not as long as the men. And at 31 years old, she's still certainly a top talent in the women's strawweight division. But it makes you wonder, how much longer does she want to do this?
Fight.
And how much longer is she going to? Maybe she still has that motivation. Maybe she still wants to challenge for the FIA Women's Championship, if there is going to be such a thing. I have heard rumors of such maybe a potential tournament maybe coming up, but I don't know any concrete information about that, but would certainly love to see both of these ladies involved in that tournament. Maybe this is a weeding out process right now. Maybe the winner here will stick around and be able to compete in that tournament if it does take place, and maybe the loser won't. As I said, both ladies did lose the last time they were here in FIA, so a win is critical for both of these ladies. Vinyavska looking for knees on the inside. Those have got a lot of power behind them. She has yet to really connect solidly with them. But even if she's getting you in the arms, that is going to hurt. You can see the battle wounds now all over the body of both fighters at this point. A very technical fight here from these two ladies. And again, the head gets snapped back of the Ukrainian. Closing seconds, another great shot, a left hand down the middle from the Turk. Combinations upstairs. Closing seconds, and that'll do it for this women's strawweight matchup. highlights from that third and final round. We saw Vinyavska moving forward, trying to be the one to dictate the way things were going, but I think Alkaish was, she was getting off first, she was getting off more, she threw more punches, she landed more punches, and the ones that did land did more damage. Let's make it official momentarily. I can see our ring announcer, Mike Diamonds, over there, awaiting the final decision as they continue to tabulate the scores. Maybe this one is closer than we think. Who knows? I say we, as if you guys at home agree with me. Maybe you don't. Maybe you think that Vinyavska won it. Either way, we're going to find out here with Mike Diamond.
The winner is by a split decision 2-1
Oh.
for Turkey, Funda Alkaish.
A split decision victory for Funda Alkaish. As I said, that is a huge win for her and her future here in this promotion. Congratulations to her, and we will be back in just a moment with the featherweight contest. Don't go anywhere.
For the next fight of the evening will be under 65 kilogram. Introducing first, in the white corner, ladies and gentlemen, is coming from Belarus. Please bring the noise for Oleg Liktorovic.
We have a lot of very tough featherweight fighters on the card here tonight. Here's another one right now from Belarus, Oleg Liktorovic, 19 years old, from Minsk and the Gridin gym. Chance to prove himself in a very competitive division, which is led, by the way, by the FIA featherweight champion Stanislav Renita, waiting at the end of the tunnel for whoever gets that next title opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing his opponent to the white corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he's coming from Ukraine. Bring your noise for Zakhar Pavelko.
I feel like I'm wandering through the streets of Odessa right now. Zakhar Pavelko, 18 years old, a very experienced amateur fighter, but only 8 professional bouts to his name, as you would expect for a youngster. And in a lot of these Eastern countries, amateur is the way to go. You know, the European championships, the national championships, the world championships. That's what these guys do. That's where they come from. That's how they get their experience. Pavelko very solemnly walking to the ring here. That's a long ramp. Gives you some time to look inwardly before you step through the ropes and go to battle.
now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the white corner. Age 19, weighing 65 kilograms, height 1.70 meters, having a personal record of 11 fights, 8 wins, 3 losses. He's fighting for Gridin Gym. From Belarus, bring your noise for Oleg Liktarovich. Presenting the red corner, age 18, weighing 65 kilograms, height 1.70 meters, having a personal record of 8 fights, 6 wins, and 2 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, from Ukraine, bring the noise for Zakon Pavelko. This will be a super fight under 65 kilogram, 3-minute 3-round, extra 1 round, K1 rules, referee in the ring, Grosu Andrei.
Shake hands. You're fighting FEA rules. I wanna say a clean fight and obey my commands all the time. Good luck. Judge, judge, judge. First round. Fight.
Round 1.
Touch of gloves, and we are underway here, folks. You can see there is just a slight height advantage. It looks like these two are both 170 centimeters. It just looks to me like maybe the man from Belarus who just threw that spinning back kick is slightly taller, but hard to tell here. Whoa, nice kick there, perfectly placed. And Pavelko goes almost completely upside down. Something like that has a different effect on you than just being punched in the face. When you get kicked like that, you go upside down, you lose your equilibrium. It kind of messes with you in a different way than just being kicked and down he goes again. Not going to gain any points like that under these rules, but it certainly, as I said, will have an advantageous effect, especially on the psyche of your opponent.
Stop.
Whoa, and this one very quickly degenerating into a mixed martial arts contest.
Fight.
These two now focusing on takedowns, perhaps a little bit more than strikes. Mixing it up now, back and forth. Nice shot, solid downstairs to the body, and a cracking counter punch there by the Belarusian. Push kick there. I think the toes just grazed the jaw that time of the Ukrainian. You can hear that shot. Just out of range, and both guys, again, almost simultaneously landing punches, getting right up in the face that time, pushing his head back with his glove. Good exchange there. I love the body work of the Ukrainian, Tara Pavelko, as he goes downstairs with hard lefts and rights. This guy's not a headhunter. Well, this guy is, and it's working too.
Fight. Break.
Looking for knees on the inside. And there's a game going on in here. You can see that whenever one guy lands a specific kind of a shot, the other one likes to follow it up with the same technique here. It's a battle of grit. It's a battle of wills, of attrition between these two.
Stop.
End of round 1.
White, black corner.
Round 2.
Fight.
Here we go, folks. Second round underway here. And this one breaking down right away. And there he goes down again now. That's got to be the third or fourth time that he's hit the canvas here.
Fight.
And referee Andre Grossu getting up in his grill, letting him know that that is not allowed under these rules. Very, very aggressive tactics now on the inside.
Stop.
A lot of times these two swinging with almost what seems to be reckless abandon, not even really pulling the trigger very cerebrally, but just letting it go and hoping for the best.
Stop. Fight.
And sometimes you really have no choice in that matter either, when your opponent is just stalking you the way that Liktorovic is doing in the black shorts. As soon as he comes in the striking distance, you'd better let him have it.
Stop. Fight. Stop. Держать. Fight.
We're getting these very strong clashes because it seems like Liktorovic wants to be that fighter who's pushing the forward all the time and coming forward. But the problem is Pavelko's not backing up at all. He's not stepping back, and he's just standing his ground. And as soon as Liktorovic comes anywhere close to striking distance, he is engaging.
Stop. Fight. Работаем. Fight.
One shot may have strayed a little bit low, but the referee disagrees with that, and we continue. You can see a lot of reddening. There are bruises from head to toe on Oleg Liktorovic, but certainly he has taken a lot of punishment. But another thing to take into account, too, he's very fair-skinned. He's very light-skinned. And when you get a fighter like that, the bruises tend to show a lot more. They become much more prominent. But you can see there is almost not a spot on his body now that has not turned red.
Stop.
I like the way he blocked that knee. It's hard to Pavelko. He brought the elbow downwards. Ooh, he didn't block that one. The right hand got through, and maybe the knee as well.
Stop. Stop. First caution, listen commands. Fight. Stop.
End of the second round. We got ourselves a close fight. I think it's very close. If I had to inch it one way or the other, I wouldn't put it much in either man's favor, but here comes the but. I may give it to Oleg Liktorovic. I may just inch it there just a little bit if I had to. If someone said you have to or we're going to throw you out of the building right now, I may give it to Liktorovic. I think he's more powerful, and I think he's maybe landed more overall strikes, but it's very, very close.
Seconds out. Black, white. Third round. Fight.
There goes the bell. Third and final round underway here, folks, at the FIA World Grand Prix in Odessa, Ukraine. It's a historic night.
Fight.
Not only is it the first time that FIA has organized a show in Ukraine, it's the first time they've organized a show outside of Moldova, and it's also Independence Day here in Ukraine as well. So lots of things going on this day. You can see that certainly Zhar Pavelko showing his national pride with the Ukrainian colors on his trunks and his anklet. Hard kick there. slaps the midsection just in the liver area. Ooh, and he snuck a good right hook there. That hit him right in the jaw.
No action, okay? Fight.
Andre Grosso has had the caution Liktarovic a few times now. Strong cautions here. And if he has to continue doing so, may whip out that yellow card if he feels it's necessary, which will dock the fighter 1 point. That's the way they do it here. He's got a yellow card and a red card. He throws the yellow one out. You can kiss 1 point goodbye. If he brings the red one out, you can kiss the fight goodbye.
Fight.
Oh my, what a popping kick that was. Right across the gloves, but you could see the impact that it had as it threw his head backwards, and there's a spinning back fist. Keep in mind, folks, on the scoring criteria here in FIA, after knockdowns and cumulative damage, it is spectacular strikes. So in that department, certainly Liktarovic leading the way. Good exchange from both gentlemen there. I said, I think that Liktarovic is just getting the better of Pavelko in those exchanges when they tend to mix it up. I think that it's the Belarusian fighter who's getting the better of it. Good block, though. He's very good at blocking those shots, is the Ukrainian, down low on the inside. When he comes in with a knee or a kick to the body, he's very adept defensively. And that'll eliminate a lot of unnecessary pain later in the evening.
Stop. Fight.
Look at the knees just being unleashed one after another by Liktarovic. Good left hand counter shot there from Pavelko. Mixing it up now with 10 seconds left. This is the third round, folks. Oh my! Good combination there, and there's the bell. A great way to finish the fight for Oleg Liktarovic of Belarus. I thought that was a good fight. I thought that was a great fight. At featherweight here in FIA, as I said, a very exciting division. A lot of fast-paced action and a lot of very strong fighters, especially tonight on the card. So I think whoever makes the best showing here in Odessa at 65 could have a good head start on the other fighters. Are you following the FIA girls on Instagram? Because if you're not, you're missing out on something.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the referee decision. The winner is, by unanimous decision, for the white corner, Belarus, Oleg Liktarovic.
I had a funny feeling about that. A great, great fight from Oleg Liktarovic. Tsar Pavelko, a strong fighter in his own right, but it just was not his night tonight. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
next fight of the evening will be under 60 kilogram. Introducing first in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, is coming from Turkey. Please welcome to Cengiz Lale.
This one a weight division lower at 60 kilos. And if you think you saw a lot of action at 65, wait till you see these guys, like two bolts of lightning inside the ring. Cengiz Lale of Turkey, undefeated as a professional, is the 20-year-old of Istanbul with a record of 6-0. Quite strong as an amateur. He's a 3-time Turkish champion and a 2-time world champion. And saw him a couple of times fighting in King of Kings this year, actually. Had 2 fights in KOK and won both of them by decision. One in March of this year and one in June. So he's a busy man. He's a busy fighter. And look, if you're 20 years old and you've got this kind of momentum going, why not? It's great. A lot of fighters that I know, they love to stay busy. They don't like to take time off. As soon as they're finished with one fight, they're back in the gym preparing for the next one. And as long as you don't have any serious injuries, any concussions or any nagging injuries, then that's a very good strategy, very successful strategy for a lot of fighters. Turkey versus Ukraine in this one.
And now, I would like to call his opponent to the black quarter. He's coming from Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, bring the noise of Vladislav Melnik.
The opponent on the way to the ring right now. Strong representative of Ukraine in this matchup. Former ISKA world champion Vladislav Melnik. So 2 strong amateur fighters. How is that going to translate into the professional ring? I do know from what I've seen of Cengiz Lale that he can be a very aggressive fighter. He likes to go right after you, smother you with his aggression. He's a pressure fighter. How is Melnik going to react to that, if indeed that is the game plan of Cengiz Lale from Turkey?
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the white quarter, age 20, weighing 60 kilogram, height 1.70 meters, having a personal record of 6 fights, 6 wins, never lost. He's fighting for Team Yokush Fight Club Al-Kaish team. From Turkey, bring the noise of Cengiz Lale. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the white quarter, age 21, weighing 60 kilogram, height 1.70 meters, having a personal record of 7 fights, 3 wins, and 4 losses. He's fighting for Mirodot Gym. Ladies and gentlemen, from Ukraine, bring the noise of Vladislav Melnik. This is a super fight on the 60 kilogram, 3-minute 3 round, extra 1 round, room K1 rules. Ladies and gentlemen, referee in the ring, Grosu Andrei.
Shake hands. We're fighting FEA rules. I want to see a clean fight and obey my commands all the time. Good luck to you. Judge, Judge. Judge. First round. Fight.
Round
Here we go,
one.
folks. Touch of gloves for these two 60-kilo fighters. Very quick movement there from the Ukrainian Melnik in the gold and black trunks. Usually that's what we see out of Lale. That one kicked the glove of him, just like he's training. And now downstairs with the low kicks. That's another great tool in the toolbox of Cengiz Lale of Turkey in the solid black trunks, that low kick. Ducks under and catches the low kick again. Popped him with a jab on the way in. It seems like Melnik wanted to dictate the pace off the opening bell, but Lale adjusting very well. Ooh, a push kick right up the middle, though. He didn't adjust to that. Oh, my. Both guys really ripping into each other here in round number one.
Stop. First caution. After stop, no action. Fight.
Jabs downstairs that time, mixing it up, and now goes upstairs. Same with the left.
Stop.
Holding the leg there for a little bit too long. Andre Grosu all over the situation. Good exchange by these guys. Holding nothing back in this opening round.
Stop. Fight.
Nice left hand there that time, up in the temple area. Whoa! Back and forth they go. And that swing had a little bit of extra mustard. Look at the way he doubled up on the left hand that time. Did the Ukrainian, much to the delight of this crowd. That's about the most reaction that I've heard out of this crowd all night. This crowd almost just sitting there like a Japanese crowd at times. Not making much of any noise, but certainly got a little pop that time from this audience once Vladislav Melnik was able to land a couple shots. A lot of good Turkish fighters on the card here tonight. All of them from the same gym, I believe. Oh, and a solid left hand. Lands right in the navel area. Backs him into a neutral corner, and he is really letting go.
Fight. Stop. Back, white corner, out. 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 Okay. First caution. First caution for fight. Time.
Andre Grosu
Fight.
laying down the
Second
law
round.
as far as the cornermen are concerned of the Turkish fighter. Cautioning the cornermen, look, you got to get out of the ring, and that's true, man. It's time to fight.
Stop.
And that hammer goes down.
Stop now.
Get out of the ring. I could see, and I did notice during the break that if you looked at these guys in the corner, Lale, the Turkish fighter in the black trunks, looked very tired, whereas Melnik looked like he was plodding. He looked like he was up to no good. You could see the cogs and the wheels just turning in his mind there as he was scheming and planning about what he was going to do in this round. Whereas Lala looked like he was just trying to get as much oxygen in his lungs as possible. Another good exchange. Lala now just a little bit out of range, it seems. Hard to be out of range with that back kick, but it was off target. Good right hand by him. A powerful body shot that time into the liver and followed it up with a low kick. Upstairs, bounces off the gloves, but did knock his opponent off balance, and there's a good combination as Lala now really starting to find a home for some of these shots. Both these guys ultra aggressive in there now. That is not good news for Lale. He's had to pull himself up off the canvas, expend some extra unneeded energy getting up. The low kick, though, continues to find a home. The low kick keeps landing, and I can see the effects of it inside and out. He's also catching him with a straight left when he comes in. It's like bending Melnik backwards. The upper part of his body from the waist up goes way back while his lower half continues to come forward. Oh, and he crossed him right across the face that time, did the Turk. 30 seconds remaining now in round two. Good combinations continue to go in. Boy, Lale is really on a roll here in round two. Nice shots, bounce the Turk off the ropes, comes back with a left, and that's what I'm talking about, that body positioning. It's almost like his waist is on a swivel.
Fight. Stop. Fight.
There it is again.
Stop.
End of round two. Round two highlights, and boy, there were a lot. But Lale, in my opinion, took that round. And when he came out for round number two, honestly, I didn't really expect a whole lot from him. When I saw him in the corner, he looked dead tired to me. Whereas Melnik looked like he was ready to go and that he had some kind of a game plan that he really believed in. But something just clicked. Something just snapped in Senj's Lale. And he just went to town on Melnik. Let's see what this third and final round brings us here at the FIA World Grand Prix in Odessa. And again, the coach not getting out of the ring. At what point do you start deducting a point for this?
Fight.
Round three, final round.
Some people might say, like, well, he's trying to get into the head of his opponent. Maybe it is some kind of a mind game. Maybe he just is deaf. Maybe he can't hear the bell. Wow, these two really going to war here in round three. Good lefts. I love the way he never throws a single shot. This Melnik kid in the gold, and a lot of times he'll very unexpectedly bring a double or triple left hand. Wow. Both guys just standing in front of each other and really unloading here. Well, I like Lale. This kid is, you can tell he's gassed. You can tell he's tired. You can tell he's exhausted, but he still refuses to slow down at all. And he just fights through it all. And I love that straight left. That straight left almost knocks Melnik back. It looks like he's going to fall down. The top half of his body is knocked back so far. continues to do some great work downstairs.
Fight.
Does the Ukrainian. Can see Lala now in the black trunks. Oh, really gasping for breath. And may create some openings for Melnich. Not a whole lot of time here left, just about a minute on the clock. This crowd, for the first time, really coming alive tonight.
Fight. Stop, do not hold. Fight.
Lala refusing to let go there.
Stop.
Grossu didn't expect so much from Lala.
Stop, no,
And now
okay?
Grossu getting in the face of
Fight.
Melnik as well. You can't just toss him like that.
Stop.
Goes around behind him and also
Fight.
almost tossed him again. 30 seconds remaining here. Nice kick there from the Ukrainian.
Stop.
Whoa, and he almost caught a knee on the way down. This fight very quickly getting out of control here.
Fight.
Both guys very eager to close the fight on top. Good body work again. Showboating, oh my! There's another foot right at the middle now, and he better be very careful. Lale cannot let his guard down here. Melnik trying to finish strong, and that's it. What a third round for Vladislav Melnik. A very exciting third round here. And you could tell from the body language of Vladislav Melnik that he was just enjoying himself in there. That was his moment. People say you get 15 minutes. That was Vladislav Melnik's 15 minutes. He's still dancing in the ring right now. You can't see it on your screen, but man, what a war this one was, especially round 3. That was just a slugfest. Let's get the official word from Mike Diamonds and make this thing final.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is, by unanimous decision for Ukraine, Vladislav Melnik. Amazing fight. Amazing show. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FEA World Grand Prix Odessa. This is the kind of thing we keep giving you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say the sponsors of this evening's are Kelton Export, Inter Ordo Moldova, Narinji, VA5 TV Live, number 1, Telprod M. Also, we'd like to give a thanks to Transgroup Logistics Security for the protection of this area. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next fight of the evening, this will be under 95 kilogram, under heavyweight. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, he's coming from Portugal. Ladies and gentlemen, bring the noise for João Chapas Silva.
We move to light heavyweight action here at the FIA World Grand Prix from Odessa, Ukraine. My name is Daniel Austin. Thank you for joining us on FIAfights.tv or however you are watching around the world. This is going to be an interesting one. João Chapas Silva of Portugal, a fighter who has really carved out a reputation for himself in Western Europe, in his home country of Portugal, in Spain, and in other countries, but has yet to really gain a lot of attention internationally. I know he did have a fight in China and was successful there, but here at the FIA World Grand Prix, it's a whole nother level and a massive opportunity for Silva.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, calling his opponent to the black corner. Ladies and gentlemen from Croatia, please welcome to Mladen Kozonti.
I think that anytime a champion steps into the ring, if they hold a belt and they step into the ring, then it must be a title fight. It's just my opinion. Because if not, things like this happen. Mladen Kozonti, the last time he fought here in FIA, he had a fight against the current FIA light heavyweight champion, Alexandru Borduja, and he beat him, and he won by split decision in an extra round. And so how can Alexandru Borduja say that he's the best? I mean, if you're the champion, obviously you're the best, but you just got beat by Kozonti. So there remains something to be done here in the light heavyweight division in FIA. I think that Kozonti has to fight Borduja again, and he has to fight him with the championship on the line. There's no other excuse for it. If you beat the champion, then you have to be the best. He's definitely a #1 contender at the least, and a very dangerous individual.
Presenting the white corner, age 35, weighing 95 kilogram, height 1.80 meters, having a personal record of 34 fights, 27 wins, 1 draw, 6 losses. He's fighting for top team Portugal. Ladies and gentlemen, from Portugal, bring the noise for João Chapas Silva. Presenting the black corner, age 30, weighing 95 kilogram, height 1.89 meters, having a personal record of 36 fights, 26 wins, and 10 losses. He's fighting for Dynamite Fighting Club. Bring it up from Croatia to Mladen Kozonti. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a super fight weighing under 95 kilogram light heavyweight bout. 3-minute 3-round, extra 1 round, K1 rules. Referee in the ring, Suhan Julian.
Gentlemen, you're fighting fair rules, obey my command all the time. No clinching, no elbow. Shake your hands if you want to. Go to your corner. Judge. First round. Fight.
Round 1.
Here we go, folks, and right away you can see the difference physically between these guys. Look at Silva. He's short. He's powerful. He's built like a brick house, but he's a lot shorter and thicker. And Kunyujic looks like a heavyweight in there. Big, powerful right hand that time, and he didn't even throw it with complete conviction. Talking about Kunyujic. Popped him with a left hand as well. Can't afford to take too many shots like that, can Silva, because Kunyujic has got the power and he's got the technique, and he knows how to string those things together in perfect unison to put you flat on your back. 26-10 overall is the Croatian fighter in the red and white trunks, and has some pretty big victories in his career as well, including wins over world-class opponents like Andrei Stoica and Vasil Dukar. Oh, that was a tricky little shot there. It stumbled him, but you can already see the effects that Kunyujic is having on Silva. Physically, you can see it. He's taking big, deep, panting kind of breaths in there at times. And he's certainly got some reddening developing on his face, around his eyes, on his forehead, and also on the lead left leg as well. There's another good low kick. Look at the left leg, too, of Kunyujic, tattooed there by João Chapa Silva. Oh, my! What a shot that was. Connected very solidly. And you could hear the echo bounce off of every single wall here in the Odessa Palace of Sports. That kick that I reacted so strongly to landed in the rib cage area under the right elbow, and it's kind of hidden from view because he's got his gloves up like that. But once you take a good look at that thing, it is nasty. Brought the, maybe he was going for an axe kick of sorts, and he brought it all the way around the world. Right hand lands down the middle. That shot was nearly where the sun doesn't shine, and it shines just about everywhere here in Odessa. Good body shot downstairs by Silva to end a very damaging round number one. Here we go, folks. Take another look at it. Man, these two were laying into each other, weren't they? I mean, the way that they load up with some of their shots is spectacular. Watch this. Jumping knee there from the Croatian. And a body kick. It would make your mama cry.
White color. Second and south. Out. Wait. Second round. Fight!
Back to work here, round number two from the FIA World Grand Prix in Odessa. Hard to say who the fans are going to be supporting in this one. There's no Ukrainian fighter in the ring right now. We've got Portugal versus Croatia, but that's what I like about FIA. You know, not every fight needs to be a fighter from the local country fighting somebody who's not. It's about finding out who's the best.
Go, fight.
That one grazed the groin. And as far as who is really the best here in FIA, in the light heavyweight division, well, it remains to be seen. And I'm not taking anything away from Alexandru Borduja, who's the current champion, because he had to go through a 4-man tournament where he was maybe the underdog to win that thing. Not too many people picked him to win that tournament. I did, by the way. But if I can pat myself on the back. But anyway, a fantastic competitor. Maybe the best light heavyweight in Moldova and in FIA. But, as I said, he did lose to Kunjujic. So somewhere down the line, those two have got to fight again. But right now, we've got ourselves a heck of a fight right now. Silva, this is his debut in the promotion. If he could beat Kunjujic, that would really throw the whole division into chaos.
Break.
There's that powerful hook downstairs into the liver area from the Croatian.
Stop.
Trying to give it back just as good as he got it there was João Silva. Tried to sneak the knee in, hit him with a left. Good, powerful right hand. That tell you what, Silva has got one heck of a chin. He has taken Kunjundic's best shots, and he has not backed down at all. Oh, and he's giving it back, too.
Fight.
And it's really starting to dawn on Kunjujic, if it didn't in the first round, here in round number 2, that he is in for a war. As I said, Silva not as world traveled as Kunjujic and not as accustomed to fighting at high level fights as Kunjujic, but certainly proving that he should be taken more seriously and should be given more chances like this. Standing toe to toe.
Stop. Head back. Fight. Stop.
End of round 2. You can see some special guests here in attendance. Stanislav Lonita on the right, the current featherweight champion in attendance, and also the Eagles MMA heavyweight champion, as well as we take a look at replay of round number 2. Some of the best moments. There were a lot of them. There were a lot of great moments in round number 2. Wow, you can see the eyes of Silva. Looked like he was hypnotized there for a moment. Round 3 coming up. This is going to be a very important round. Whoever wins this one might win it all.
Round 3, final round.
Fight. Stop. Do not hold. Fight. Stop.
Whoa, he fell into the ropes very awkwardly there,
Fight.
did Kunjujic. The ring is not your friend.
Stop. No holding. Step back. Fight.
You can see the sweat and the water just flying off these two individuals. They're really loading up with everything they have. Neither guy has slowed down at all since the opening bell here. They continue to keep up this pace. Not only does that tell me that both these guys are just in incredible condition, but it also tells me they are capable of absorbing a tremendous amount of punishment.
Stop. Fight.
Oh, good right hand there, and then goes downstairs to follow it up. Wow, both guys digging in, low kicks, just standing in front of each other. Look at this action. Good night.
Fight. Stop. Step back.
Oh, now look at this now. Kunjujic leaning on his opponent. Is it a sign that he's starting to get fatigued? clubbing left hand around the corner there from Silva. Whoa, wait a minute.
Stop. Up. Stop it. Fight.
Wow, both guys are ripe for the pickings
Break.
now, I think, at this point. Inside a minute. They can't do this
Break.
forever.
Stop. Step
They
back.
can. Something may crack here in the final 50 seconds or so. Somebody may finally cross the line. Oh my! Back and forth they go, and it did. Something finally did give.
4,
Silva goes down in round 3. That is huge for Kunjujic.
8. Look at me. Are you all right?
He's dazed and confused. Kunjujic comes right back now with a big cracking knee, and it looks like a car wreck in the ring.
Up. Fight.
That looks like two trains on the same track just crashing into each other. Good Lord! Look at this! Oh my!
Fight.
Look, he's just talking trash to him. What an ending to an unbelievable fight! I had a feeling, I told you folks, I had a funny feeling that something was gonna go south, that somebody was gonna go. Because you can't have, it's just the laws of physics. You cannot defy the laws of science. Something's gotta give eventually. And it did. And Silva in round number 3 got dropped. Oh my, this was a brutal contest. Look at Kunjujic, left after right after left after right. Both these guys stood toe to toe and were just swinging for the fences for 3 rounds. And it finally gave out. The bottom finally gave out for João Silva. But hats off to him, man. He's a tough customer. But I think that knockdown is going to give Kunjujic the fight. We'll find out here in just a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is by unanimous decision for the black corner, Maeda Kojote.
That knockdown in round 3 gave João Silva the fight, but oh man, in the meantime, for 3 solid rounds, an incredible contest. We'll be right back with another featherweight contest right after this.
now, ladies and gentlemen, for the next fight of the evening will be under 65 kilogram. Introducing first is coming from Colombia. Ladies and gentlemen, bring your noise up for David Maeda.
Should be an amazing fight here. Two very experienced fighters, and for their age, for European fighters, man, they have got a lot of world-class experience against a lot of top caliber opponents. David Maeda of Colombia, by way of Spain, is 24 years old, and he's fought for a lot of the top kickboxing promotions around the world, and he's also a two-time ISKA world champion. He's got great combinations, does the Colombian. He will hit you 100 times before you even know what happened. And he's also got very strong knees as well. Keep an eye on the knees of David Maeda. I think he's one of his great weapons in battle are his knees. 51-8-1 as a professional. That's an incredible record. This is his debut here in FIA, and it is not going to be an easy one.
And now I would like to call his opponent to the wide corner. Ladies and gentlemen, is coming from Norway. Please welcome to Simon Santana.
Santana gets a second chance here in FIA, and deservedly so. When he was in the ring with Stanislav Renita, a lot of the people that I talked to said that for sure the decision should have gone in his favor. But hey, every time it's a close fight, somebody's going to be unhappy. But Santana's got another chance to prove himself here. Originally, Santana was supposed to fight Sergey Adamchuk tonight, but I guess due to circumstances out of Adamchuk's control, Maeda took his place, and Santana has got no problem with that. He's down to fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. A world-class fighter who himself has fought all over the globe for all of the top combat sports promotions, and holds some big victories as well. This one could steal the show.
Into the ring, Simon Santana. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the wide corner, age 24, weighing 65 kilogram, height 1.78 meters, having a personal record of 16 fights, 51 wins, 1 draw, 8 losses. He's fighting for Boxing Club Javier Romero. Ladies and gentlemen, from Colombia, bring the noise for David Maeda. Presenting the black corner, age 30, weighing 65 kilogram, height 1.72 meters, having a personal record of 52 fights, 38 wins, 1 draw, and 13 losses. He's fighting for Nakmwai. Ladies and gentlemen, from Norway, bring the noise for Simon Santana. This is a super fight under 65 kilogram, 3-minute 3 round, extra 1 round, K1 rules. Referee in the ring, Suhan Yulian.
You're fighting fair rules, obey my command all the time. No clinching, no elbow. Shake your hands if you want to. Judge.
Well, I'm gonna mop him up here. I don't know what he had on his legs, but it's not there anymore, and we're ready for action.
First round, fight!
Good job, by the way, of the judge to spot that.
Round 1.
A lot of times, people just take for granted what the referees are doing with their opening instructions and the checking of the fighters, but it's a critical step in the fight. Boy, these guys not going to hold anything back, I don't think, here in this first round. Swinging very, very powerfully, especially Maeda looks to be bringing the fight right to Santana now. Santana tagging the body from the left and the right side, and Maeda giving it right back. Maeda changing up his stance there momentarily. Hard low kick from Santana. That is one of his best weapons. Santana, when he was in King of Kings the last time, KO'd Marco Moisier, one of Estonia's best fighters, with low kicks. So keep an eye out for that. Tried to tag that low kick on the end of that combination, and Maeda already wise to it. Powerful right hand, but runs into the glove of Maeda. Maeda still continuing to inch forward, forward, forward. And Santana throwing everything he's got into those low hooks. Good low kick there. Like a chopping low kick there from Maeda. Santana with one of his own. This one has the pedigree of two very slick, experienced fighters, doesn't it? You can just tell the way that it's a war, and it's so technical as well. Inside a minute now. I love the first, well, wait a minute. And it's like they say, if you're gonna make an omelet, sometimes you have to break a few eggs. Oh, wow, good hand by Santana, right hand, that got the attention of Maeda. There's that low kick, follows it up with a 1-2. You can just feel the speed and the power on everything that both guys are throwing. Good low kick there from Maeda. The eyes of the Colombian fighter, my God, is almost bulging out of his head. You can see he's just like hunting in the forest. So much adrenaline going through the body of Maeda right now. So focused, laser focused on his opponent. Keep up this kind of a pace for 3 rounds, because
Round
the average
2.
fighter cannot do it. These are not your average fighters. I would love to see the winner of this fight. Whoa! Left hand lands really solidly from Maeda. But I would love to see the winner of this one fight the champ, Stanislav Ronita. Why not? Got two very high-level guys in there. And Santana came very close. Lost by split decision, I believe, to Ronita. Look at this action. You have got to love this. If you are a real fan of kickboxing, you have got to love this fight. This is almost just like poetry in motion. Watching it. This is why they call it martial arts. It's an art form watching these two go at it. Nice right hand around the corner there by Maeda. Wow, so hard to predict where David Maeda is going to throw next. Caught the leg there momentarily, but these two are so busy. It's hard to stop. These guys are always thinking 3-4 shots ahead. And when you catch the leg with the first shot, and there's still a whole lot more coming behind there. There's a kick like a mule from Simon Santana. Maeda really feeling comfortable in there right now. Very confident. Oozing machismo. Santana firing back with kicks, a little bit off the mark though. Busy hands upstairs. Look at him open up now against Santana. Back Santana up. Santana circles out to his left, trying to cut down the ring now on the Colombian. Changes his stance up, went for it's like a hurricane kick there and got caught up in the ropes.
Fight.
Look at this, that is just beautiful to watch. Fantastic round so far for David Maeda, and it's coming to a close here as the 10-second hammer has already struck. End of the round. Well, I'll tell you what, when the news broke that Sergey Adamchuk was not going to be in this fight, I think there was a little bit of a sigh of disappointment. You could almost hear it. There's a collective sigh around the world like, ah. But this fight is delivering. Is this fight not delivering? Wow, what a replacement FIA has found in David Maeda. Man, this kid is really, he took it to Simon Santana there in round number 2. So depending on how you scored round number 1, if you scored it for Santana, then it's even Steven right now. If you scored it in favor of Maeda, then Simon Santana has certainly got some catching up to do here in round 3.
Round 3, final round.
Fight.
Santana closing the distance very quickly here in round 3. Goes to work with that low kick again. Ooh, Maeda clipped him. Continues to back up Santana. That right hand may have snuck through and hit the nose. Santana firing back. Oh, look at the way he mixed it up that time. Just when you thought you knew what he was going to do, he came at you with something completely different. Santana with a clubbing blow now. Trying to get around the corner. We have had a lot of great tournaments here in FIA, including the one that featherweight champion Stanislav Rani. Wow, he almost knocked his gum shield into the 4th row there. He's saying we have a lot of great tournaments, including a featherweight tournament where these two fighters are fighting at featherweight. And up next, in our next fight, we will kick off the lightweight World Grand Prix.
Stop time.
Now that's, no, don't try to do that. Don't try to pick it up with your glove.
Time.
Just shoved it right back in his face there. No regard for hygiene at all. He just wants to get busy and beat this kid. I think that he's so focused on what he's trying to do in the ring that he's not even being careful about his gum shield. It's also a case that maybe he's getting tired. And a lot of times once that mouth tries to get some more air in there, that thing falls out. Look at these two. How can they keep this pace up? Unbelievable. Ooh, and that low kick had a visible sign of pain written on the face of Simon Santana. Good body kick, though, from the Spaniard, I believe, who's now living in Norwegian. Look at this combo. Maeda opening up on Santana. Santana, since the second round, really hasn't got going yet. Whoa, and he got backed up, and he is wobbly. He got backed up and is very wobbly in that corner. Ooh, look at that now. The confidence really showing off, and so Santana made him pay, though. That was a big right hand. And look at it now. He's trying to goad him. He's trying to goad him in. Good combo there. Finishes it off with a low kick. You can sense that Maeda feels that he's got this thing wrapped up in a nice, pretty little package, and he's starting to put on a show. Knocks Santana hard into the ropes again. Final seconds now. Excellent third round again for Maeda. Both guys feel confident that they have it. Take another look at round 3, folks. Maeda certainly feels that he has won this fight. The end of round 3, he was dancing more than he was punching. But I can't say that I disagree with him. I think that Maeda did enough in rounds 2 and 3 to win this thing. But who knows what to expect. I also thought that Santana did enough to beat Renita. And that's not the way things turned out. The FIA girls ready to give the prize to the winner. Let's find out who it is and throw it up to the ring in mic time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is, by unanimous decision, for the white corner, Colombia, David Maeda.
What a fight by David Maeda. Gets the victory here as a replacement for Sergey Adamchuk, and boy, did he steal the show.